We are back. We're snacking or sipping or finishing up our own breaks. I just finished some sody pop. I guess appropriate to the vast amount of liquids that were shared in the last scene. I am enjoying some squirt. So, although even before that, I don't know if anyone saw, I had a whole. I'm being thematic, but I had a whole bottle here of some zero sugar Faygo Red Pop. So it was a nice bottle full of blood that I was drinking. I try to be fun and thematic here. So, welcome back, everyone. We have a little bit more to go through tonight. I know it's not over yet, but that's what you get for being here as a part of a, well, hopefully a fun and intriguing, if not an intense game at times, especially with what happened and what we're discovering little bit by little bit. All I can say is, oof, my guys. So sliding back into things, after the ritual at the Tremere Chantry with Regent, whatever that means, a Regent Odenbach, who is confident that her magic is superior to that other person's. And of course that other person was confident that their magic was superior to that other person's. Ivy and crew are dropped off at Ivy's Haven prior to dawn. You're not racing the sun, but you have enough time to tuck in and let the sweet oblivion of torpor overtake you as the baleful day star rises on this mid-January morning. Before this happens, for the last remaining hour before your body starts shutting down as the sun approaches the horizon, are there any words, actions, or thoughts, internal or external, that you'd like to share as your bodies are starting to get to that slowing down, sluggish state?
Guys, mind if I take a shower?
Please.
I don't get many of those.
By all means, please do.
I'll try to pay you back for that broom I broke.
That's fine. It's a broom. It's nothing important. Take it as a trophy if you want.
I mean, I would open up my trench coat and pull out the other half of the broom, the full part, and just like, well, I still got this part for you.
You can keep that too.
Okay.
Now, question for you, Tyrone, and really this could extend to the other vampires, but in specific, I'm going to ask you because you're the one taking the shower here. You, as a vampire, are a dead body that walks for some strange reason. When you shower, do you bloat? Like, do you absorb the water in your dead skin? Like, do you come out kind of soft and puffy?
No. My skin cells are not really good for hydration purposes. It takes a lot for them to actually soak up liquids.
Okay.
But I could, scrape off, some dead skin cells or whatnot from the dirt and grime I'd be privy to given my usual walk of life.
And the skin cells, they always come back the way they were when you died. Even those ashy as hell ones.
Damn. Lotion means nothing to me anymore.
Unfortunately, it's just a cosmetic. It only lasts a night, and then you reset.
Well, at least I could smell a little better.
That's true, and that's something that does, it doesn't really linger. It's a weird thing when you wake up in the morning. You could take a shower right before your day sleep, and you could go to sleep smelling like lavender. But something happens over the course of the night that when you finally wake up after the sun sets, new tattoo, gone. That lavender smell, even though you did nothing except lay down and not move, gone. Do you ever wonder about that, Tyrone?
Occasionally, I just kind of think of it just, I always smell bad, or body odor, or part of being a manly man, and I just kind of leave it at that.
Forever a man.
Men also like to take nice, comfy, lavender-ridden showers, or bubble baths.
I wonder where the lavender scent goes. Oh well, that's a mystery for another night. Clyde, Ivy, Rose, any of you have any thoughts, actions before the sun rises and torpor overtakes you?
How you feeling?
It's normal, I guess. Just I don't know. I don't even know what normal is anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't just opened up like that. It didn't act like it felt anything.
To be honest, I wouldn't have noticed if it hadn't been for me just glancing down before trying to sit down. No wonder you were backing up.
Yeah. I didn't mean to react bad. I just...
No, I would have if I was in that situation. And I think
Go
for
ahead.
the first time in a while, she's actually let him into the library.
Ooh.
So they are alone in what is considered her little sanctuary.
Okay.
He's keeping his hands to himself. Look, folks have been saying it back and forth. You keep saying they're gonna get rid of you something. This can't be managed.
Yeah.
I've kept my mouth shut, but in all honesty, I don't think I'm gonna let him.
You might not have a choice.
Just about any vampire can run quick as hell, but I don't think they can run 200 miles per hour forever.
But what if this thing turns on you?
Well, done for you, I think would be first for me. You gone ahead and risked it more than once. Just for my sorry ass. That's the thing I can't understand about all this is, you know, I was the one who was, bloated like a fucking tick in that lab. Why you?
It could just be because I'm Malkavian. Fractured, remember?
Put together with gold.
Only because of you. She is going to pull him close and kind of lay back on the couch she's gotten there.
Mm-hmm.
Cuddling him like she would on a rainy night. If it comes down to it, Clyde, I want you to be the one to do it. If there is no other choice in it, I want the last thing I see in all of this to be you. I'm not giving up, but if that's the only option in the end, I'd rather it be you than anyone else. 'Anyone 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 else.
Ask me to take you to heaven first before you ask me to take you to hell.
You've already taken me to heaven. This we have now has been heaven for the longest time, it feels like. Promise me you will.
By the moonlight on the lake. I promise you. He's gonna cuddle into her closer, hold her tight, kiss her deeply, affectionately. I have an idea. I don't want you to hear me out on this. Regent suggested something. She said it's some kind of Ouroboros and it's eating at you. He brings his hands up to her heart, places gentle pressure on her chest. It's gonna eat up all kinds of parts of you in order to make itself live, but first thing I thought is that if it's eating you, it's eating me. I know we said we wouldn't do it. Promised it wouldn't be a part of what made us what we were. But I want you to know that I would sacrifice everything for you. I'm suspecting an idea. What if you bloodbound me? Every time it tried to eat you up, I just feed it a piece of me. With that blood bond, it's still a piece of you.
That would risk transferring whatever this is to you. Sorry, I always joke that I was the brain cell of this group. I think you might have it backwards. Me blood bonding you, like I said, might transfer this to you. So then there's two problems instead of one. But what if it's the other way around? You bloodbound bind me.
Oh shit.
Ah, turned it on, didn't it?
Oh. That was a good twist. God damn it, Raven. Make me break character so hard. In truth, I am. I don't know. If I did that, you'd be managed, but that would be you and not whatever the hell that is.
It might be worth a shot.
Maddie.
Yes.
With our combined experiences with this, whatever the fuck it is. Why would you get close to the camera like that?
Yes. Can I help you?
Wink, wink. Okay.
I'd love a cheeseburger, please, Jeeves. Ketchup.
God, D. Okay.
Hop up, Bitterman. I want to see the evening radio show upon the theater stage. No time to dally. Okay, I'm done.
I think between our combined knowledge, would we be able to piece together whether or not one way or the other might actually be beneficial in this process, if this thing even responds to those kinds of manipulations, so to speak, in any particular manner? Or, like, Clyde's idea is anytime Ivy's thing acts up, he's just going to rip off his arm. This is going to happen multiple times. He's going to rip off a limb and just feed it.
You can just cut your hand or something. You don't have to. You don't have to mutilate yourself like that.
You don't understand, Clyde.
More than once, Clyde has lost a limb.
Yes,
Right.
I've made it. It's a running theme.
I get that, but I mean, like right now, all you gotta do is like prick your finger or something, and just be like, "Oh yes, here, let me drip feed you, baby."
But
instead, you're like, "Here, have a gusher."
But on the vice versa, Ivy is implying that a blood bond, using that same like intelligence resolve rolls used to resist a blood bond, that thing would have to make those same rolls, so to speak.
That, and what she's hypothesizing here is that it might be hooked to her vitae, whatever it is.
And so she's thinking she can just filter it out.
At the same time, she doesn't want to risk Clyde drinking in her vitae and risk it hooking onto him as well. So that's kind of where she's going with this. Like, no, one, that's going to be fucking stupidly dangerous. Which, yes, it's your theme, but I'm not letting that happen. Two, it might just be the other way around, where we can control it if I'm under the bond.
Ivy, roll of all things, but you're the brain cell, and this is also about you, and maybe even especially with what we learned over the ritual, what your words were as you were discussing your thoughts, your feelings, your observations of this thing, this doppelganger, this kind of dark reflection. Go ahead and roll an intelligence technology. And I will allow hacking on this as well.
Ooh. And you know what? I'm going to make this an even dumber roll and rouse for it.
Oh my gosh. All right. When you want something done. All right.
Int, tech, plus hacking, plus rouse. So that's going to be a +3 total. Does Clyde have any tech?
Oh, hey, you know what? He actually might.
Check, and if he does, do I have an assist from Clyde?
Oh, he doesn't.
Maddie. Damn. Okay, well, never mind then.
Yeah, he's useless.
No. Yeah, the closest would be Craft Automotives. But,
no. That's okay.
In a sense, because I'm allowing technology, go ahead and add one, just roll one more die in this.
Okay. 10.
Okay.
Well. And then the rouse succeeds, and I'm going to willpower 3 of those.
Oh, gosh, all right.
I told you, I will do this to be stupid.
This might just end up being a really good info dump.
That makes it a crit.
Nice.
All right.
9.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had the Fickle God's favors, but oh well. Not needed.
In this private moment, as the sun is getting ready to rise, and you do have this, I guess this piece that has been bought by by several homeless people, brought in as blood bags, drained almost all the way by all the rigmarole, everything you've been through and you've experienced. You're examining yourself as yourself. You're breaking this down. You're using information. You're using the brain cell that you have and that you are. The way that this has been asking you questions, the way that this has been probing, and the reason why hacking can come into play here is parts of you seem to be shut down and reactivated in different ways. So it's testing your wiring, it's testing your priorities, it's testing your procedures, how things operate, how you think, how you interact with things. It is learning as it has been taking over. Is, you could argue it's taken over because you've lost moments, but it's also never imperiled you. You've never found yourself in the middle of traffic as you come to. You have found yourself in front of a computer researching things. You found yourself staring at the wall of salt lamps with apparently your chest painlessly opened in a vertical mouth with your ribs being teeth, but it didn't feel any different to you. You weren't in pain and you weren't like bleeding out or anything. You didn't take any damage from it.
And it wasn't attacking anyone.
You weren't attacking anyone, but you were drinking light from the salt lamps. You were like licking the salt lamps. So, so that's kind of weird in and of itself. And how were you drinking light from it and experiencing this? So it is a part of you. And now that you've put your brain behind this, with what's being eaten, it's not necessarily yourself. You don't have extra appendages, but what you have was repurposed in ways. Though there are things that are missing. You're looking at this like a hacker, like a computer user. You know that you lost information on one of your drives because you knew what the capacity was before, and you see that there's something not there, but there's a file that is not, it's, at least to you, it's corrupted. Or perhaps this is a file that has now fully been converted over to this thing. And so this is, so maybe a more personal example instead of just computers. You remember you had a first cat when you were still alive. You do not remember the cat's name or the color or that it had, a crooked tail. You remember you had a cat. There's a cat-shaped hole in your memory. Nothing about that cat is now inaccessible to you. That memory is gone. But the thing is, you realize it's gone. It is a cat-shaped hole. And what seems to be happening is now parts of you are going over to this other side. And it is now not your memory, but this thing's memory. This is the feeding, the information that is going into you, but has been kind of shared or mutually accessed, that is now turning into feeding. Where it seems like over time, if you have it stuff to feed, if you have memories to continue to give up, you may well just exist into some sort of perpetuity. You just feed it your memories. Or you need to make new ones. Or somehow through Clyde or others, you don't lose yours, but you find a way that they could feed their memories into this thing. In which case it becomes a creation, an extension of you and Clyde, if both of you are feeding it. But unless it's removed or severed or it's broken, this thing is going to continue to convert your data. Now going back to hacker terms, because that's what you are. it is going to continue to convert you over until there's arguably nothing of you left, and yet it's going to be everything of you. But will it be you? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So you had a cat, but that cat is no longer your memory. Presumably, and the memory's not even gone, but that memory belongs to, I don't know, Nega Ivy, or I don't know what you want to call it. The goo, or whatever, right? The other
doppelganger.
A doppelganger can work. So at some point, though, you might just be able to persist by feeding this thing data. And maybe every night you have to read a book and you say, I really like that book, because the next night that book is going to be gone from your memory. But do you want to keep buying your life night after night of reading books and not doing anything else? You'll hold on to the memories you have. You may not lose them, but you can never create new memories. And that's even if you keep up with this, or it doesn't somehow accelerate the process because it gets better at it, or it gets hungrier, or something else. This is what is turning over in your mind. You're approaching this analytically from both kind of like a forensic approach and this computer approach. This is how your brain is processing it. You are being converted. It's the same image, but you're going from JPEG to PNG. And then the question is, either for yourself, or if you decide to tell Clyde any of this, or if he understands any of it, could Clyde love PNG Ivy? And would you even be Ivy if you were PNG Ivy and not JPEG Ivy? Because what happens if this thing gets all of you? Do you become the voice?
She's working on a way to dumb this down enough for her husband.
Well, so the sun starts rising before that can happen.
That's fine.
You think you have an idea, and this dumb fuck is passed out. And so you can run your fingers through his hair and be like, you know what, tomorrow I'll let you know. But he was so worried, and your mind was preoccupied. The others are probably out too. You got a little bit of an extension, not that you're staring at the sun, because you have the proper, light proofing for your haven. But suddenly you realize that it is that if you were to look outside, your eyeballs would melt out of your face. So probably don't do that. And instead, just look at your himbo husband, and I'll tell you in the evening, and because you'll have all morning, all day to think about it. So then the evening comes. Your haven is your haven. It's not broken into. City's not on fire. There's no ominous messages awaiting any of you. Besides maybe one of you has a spam call about extending your warranty.
I will say one thing I wanted to do with Rose.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, please.
That morning, as they were, that pre-dawn hour.
Yes.
We arrive at Clyde and Ivy's, and I watch Tyrone go off for a shower. I watch Clyde and Ivy go to the library to talk, and I'm just sort of sitting there in another room, maybe the living room, just by myself, feeling overwhelmed. And I pull out my phone and I text my sire.
Oh, okay.
Tonight was a really weird, long night. I'm sure you'll hear about it. I miss you. And then she sort of hesitates before hitting send, and then she deletes the I miss you and then hit send. And then she goes to bed.
My heart. All right.
I can't look at specs because every time I do, she breaks me.
Gotcha. I like that moment. I'm sorry if I didn't call on you there because there's a lot going on, so I wasn't trying to skip over.
That's why I didn't want to cut in until that scene was done.
I like that. I like that very quiet moment, and that just I could imagine that too. Just hitting that back in that deletion. To me, in my theater, though, it was "I miss you." Period. Backspace question mark. Full deletion of it. Then afterwards, I'm not rewriting you. Just in my own mind. Just the process.
That was
right?
sort of like the internal thing that was happening.
Interesting. Out of curiosity, though, Rose, since we're talking here, are you glad that this is not you, that you're not Ivy right now? Are you empathetic, sympathetic? Are you indifferent? This is just it's just another job, or it's something for me to learn and train from?
In some regards, Rose has never made a habit of looking at others with envy or jealousy, because that's pointless. Your life is your life. And you can either change the things you don't like about it, or you can't, and you just have to accept what is. But at the same time, she is happy that she doesn't have to go through something this chaotic and unknown, because she doesn't know how she would handle it. But at the same time, seeing how Clyde cares for her and wanting a similar sort of person in her life to just care about her without there being strings attached and expectations and bullshit. So in one regard, she's kind of jealous of Ivy, but not in a toxic way, but just like a wistful sort of, gee, that would be nice.
Is the blood bond, does that feel to Rose almost like this monster, this possessive force, this controlling force inside you? Or is that not really, that's not an equation at all?
Yeah, I would say it's, she definitely feels the control of it, and she doesn't like it. She doesn't like feeling like she's not 100% herself, of her own sound mind. But I mean, she saw bits and pieces of the Cthulhu-esque ribs and mouth and the shadow tendrils, and so Ivy's thing is on a whole other level.
Okay. Tyrone, any shower thoughts before daylight?
Damn, the shower feels good.
Pure and simple. I love it. May you smell like lavender in the evening, even though we both know that you won't.
It's a small price to pay.
Yeah. Hey, it's a moment right now to enjoy. It's the little things, I guess.
Given Tyrone's life, the little moments add up, and the little moments are worth it.
As the evening... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I just got lost in my own thoughts. Like, you never know when you're not going to have that luxury anymore, and then it's just torn away from you. But, sorry, I was about to rattle off. Pardon me, forget about what I just said. Continue, please.
Oh, all right. If there's anything to add to your shower thoughts before the sun rises.
Oh, no, just that little blurb I said.
Okay. So, the sun rises, and you all set, and then the opposite. The sun goes down. Nice long night in the middle of January in Cleveland, Ohio. and you all awaken. Go ahead and rouse. Ivy's a little hungry. Clyde is hungry. Oh, couples night.
Where you at?
Rose is fine. Tyrone, you Gucci, man. All right.
Tight.
Ivy, you wake up. You feel fine. However, as you had predicted, this being left alone did come at a cost. Whether or not you tell Clyde anything, what is a memory that you let go, that you fed to this beast, to this creature, to this other, or to yourself in some way? You know that you let it go, but you don't remember the thing about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What are you forgetting?
Her very first day of school.
Oh.
Like that very, very first day. She's always prided herself on being smart.
Oh.
But it happened so long ago now.
And now it's just, you knew that it happened, but there's nothing there.
It's a concept in her head. She doesn't remember the feelings. She doesn't remember the outfit she wore. She doesn't remember her teacher's face. None of it.
Your reward for this evening is that this thing, there's no voices. There's going to be no time loss. Now, you and your hubby can go hunting together if you want. That's fine. You wake up a little hangy. But I am not imposing anything on you through this presence, whatever you want to, this doppelganger. So you wake up beyond weird whatever spam text of like so-and-so or whatever. You check your mail if you even do that. What is your all's plan? There's no news. There's no come to the Chantry, we need you. As soon as it's a normal, boring January night.
Clyde would actually see that Ivy is in a good mood when he gets up.
Yeah. Notices that and just kind of watches her as she goes around the house. Still a little worried, but in general, just appreciating her presence, appreciating her respectfully.
Damn straight.
That's something he's used to by now.
Yep. And then he looks over and sees that Tyrone is still there, and he just like, ugh. How do you still stink?
Oh no, I'm Tyrone. Is it alright if I take another shower?
Please do.
Please.
And please. So Ivy's had a thing about learning about the Kindred condition. So she will explain to Tyrone that whatever state you got embraced in, whatever state you died in, is usually what you return to. So if you smelled the moment you died, you will always have that smell, so it would probably be better to shower upon first waking up at night.
For clarification as well, Tyrone, to most people, probably doesn't stink. He probably stinks definitely to Clyde because he's an oversensitive piss baby who has heightened senses.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. This is.
Yep.
Just Toreador things.
Hashtag just Toreador things.
She is more able to tune it out than Clyde because she's not Toreador.
Imagine Rose smells it pretty strongly, but it's just sort of like, meh.
Eh.
Yes.
Body smell.
Musk and pheromones.
Yeah. Yeah, you've smelled worse being out in the wilds.
Yeah.
After this little revelation, Tyrone's just like, oh.
Well,
Okay.
for this night, do you all have a plan? Rose, are you going back to your place to check on it? Ivy seems to be okay. Tyrone, are you sticking around? You haven't been called back to East of Eden yet. You don't have... you have been told that when you're needed, you will be contacted. And you haven't been contacted yet.
Exactly. I was going to offer, like, some quick, well, after my shower, of course, and smelling all awesome and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to offer my services to check the perimeter and make sure everything was, like, kind of okay, no one's watching, or no nefarious entity is present.
Okay, you can go on patrol.
If they want me to go off afterwards, then I will, because it is their house. But it is nice not to sleep on the concrete once in a while.
Okay. Rose, what are you doing? You're not hangy.
Do I have Wade's phone number?
Yeah. Yeah, you're in the coterie, so yeah, you would have a way to get a hold of Wade.
I would message him and just be like, "Hey, darling, haven't heard from you in a while. You want to swing by my place? Winky face." And then I will head on back to my house and see if he shows up, because she wants to maybe pick his brain and see what he has maybe heard through the Nos grapevine.
Okay. Yeah, he probably beats you to your house. Especially if you're taking the 210, 2 feet, 10 toes. So, and he knows where you live. Okay, so Tyrone is on patrol. Rose, you're heading back to your place to do some interaction with Nos. Clyde and Ivy? And/or Ivy?
Ivy should go first, because I definitely have something.
Clivey as a singular?
Some shenanigans planned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. I can just imagine. After the other two leave, she turned to Clyde and go, I kind of had a thought last night. And you were out before I could tell you, but this might be a plan. This might not be a plan. I don't...
I'll take anything right now.
This thing...
Including the strap-on.
God damn it, Maddie.
You're not wrong, but no, we had to say it out loud.
Someone's getting staked.
And for once it ain't Ivy.
Oh my fucking god. How fucking dare you?
I just imagine they would have like quite a few of like the bad dragon ones, like the ones that you look at and you go, "Oh dear lord, what is that?"
The whole is referred to as like the lower heart.
And they're just like, people are like going in there and they're like, "Whoa, you got the eggs! I plead the fifth." Okay, I'm done.
Congratulations, Maddie, you broke your own table.
All in a night's work.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
This thing eats memories. It's eating the soul, I guess, bit by bit via memories. It's like trying to clean up a oil spill in the trunk of your car, but it's not doing much.
Yeah, no,
You're
every
getting-
try and
It's-
get rid of something. It's
only a little bit comes away at a time. It's kind of like that. I can opt to give it a memory, and I'll be fine. But there's only so many memories, and then I'll be gone, but it'll be me? Won't be me, me shaped?
well, shit. It's eating away your memories, and it's just taking bits and pieces of you a little bit.
Yeah.
A little like that. But if it's not you at the end of that, then I don't know.
I don't know either. There's a thought of maybe others feeding in their memories to it, but whether that's through me consuming your guys' vitae or the other way around, I'm not entirely sure. I still don't want to risk any of you taking in mine in case this thing can be transferred like that. But I still think maybe you blood bonding me could work. Passing on insignificant memories at a time. It might work, it might not. It's worth a shot, and it might buy us enough time to find an answer as to how to get rid of it.
What have you lost so far?
I have the concept that I had a cat when I first moved in here, when I was alive. I have the concept of having my very first day at school. There's whatever my favorite dish was that my mother used to cook me. There's bits and pieces of Eric trying to have a father-daughter bonding moment before they got married that I've lost. I know they were there. I can't tell you what all happened. But it's insignificant one so far, nothing too major. But the problem is, when will these smaller ones stop being enough? I mean, to be honest, I could sit down, read a new book tonight, give it that exact memory, and be happy with reading a new book tomorrow because I won't remember it. But how long would that last? Or how many times can I get away with that before it can just consume me in one go? What it gives us is time.
I said I'd take anything. Time is what we're getting. That's what I'll accept. Now I know I can make memories a hell of a lot faster than you.
Well, we can try it. It's the only thing we've got going right now.
Clyde's gonna get down on one knee. He holds Ivy's hand in his, both of his, as if a proposal. He looks up at her. No matter what happens, wherever this ends up going aside, I want you to know I'll never abandon you. I will make sure if we all survive this.
I have no intention of giving up. You're gonna be my rock in this, Clyde. It's like every other time. Some shit's come up.
Little did you know you were always mine.
Yeah, I think I knew.
Them crystal doll eyes of yours.
She's going to sink down to his level and bite into his neck.
It takes
the first shot for the blood bond.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. It takes. Was it 3?
Yep, three dots over the course of 3 separate nights.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, that's fine because we are they're in this time. This is your time after the events to come to terms with things that you might think up or you have an emotional reaction to compare to investigate. So over the next 3 nights, and this will be a little bit of a counting of memories that you would be feeding and things that you all would be working on. For example, Rose was going to butter up Wade and see if the Nos could provide some info for what you're able to coax out of Wade. So for Tyrone, you will eventually be called back to work as a bouncer for a few nights at East of Eden. And I will be supplying some of this, things that you might hear at the bar, things you might hear from the Nos. But there is a fixed point in time that I want to get to tonight. So we can retroactively apply some stuff. I'm not forgetting about that, or I don't want to skip it over. But I do need to make sure that before we end tonight, that there is something that happens. So, it is, pardon me, on the 8th night, okay? On the 8th night, Clyde, this is fairly early. There is a knock at Ivy's Haven's door.
All right. I'm gonna check the people first.
It's Angel. He didn't text. He's at the door. He's standing there.
Me as a player don't feel good about this. Clyde's just gonna open up the door. Hey, buddy. How's it going, Angel?
Clyde. He seems quiet and reserved. He's still dressed in his sort of like everyman kind of delivery-ish, workish uniform thing, but here. I'll give you some privacy to read this. If you need anything, I'll be in the van outside for a little bit, okay?
All right.
And he reaches into like his overall or whatever his like jumper pocket, pulls out a letter that has you and Ivy's name on it, and you've seen the seal of the sheriff. It's that very kind of harsh Art Deco with red wax. This is a seal from the prince, and it's in kind of a teal wax. And it has a greater sense of elegance to it than the harsh angles of the Art Deco sheriff's missive that you all had seen before when the invitations were extended to you, such as they were. Angel turns, and you can see that the van is parked outside It's like across the street from the Haven, maybe a little bit down. And he walks back to the van. He's going slowly.
Clyde is gonna glance over at Ivy. He's gonna shut the door lightly and sit on the couch. Take out a nut and switchblade and open up the letter.
And she'll, as he's doing this, she'll go over and sit down next to him. Curious and then concerned when she sees the seal.
Okay. Message for you, Specs, since you're the one reading.
Yeah.
Don't make me deliver the news.
After consulting with trusted Kindred and weighing the situation against the risks Ivy McCoy poses to Kindred and kind of like I've passed judgment on her. She is to report to Sheriff Cosad within 3 nights. For destruction. She has her faculties. She may choose who is the one to conduct the execution. The sheriff by default, and up to 6 others to bear witness to her final death. Failure to do so will result in a blood hunt on her, and those found to be close to her. Instructions for the handling of her remains will be honored as best as the court can provide, including cremation or interment at Lakeview Cemetery. His palms are shaking. And the letter just slips from his hands.
Certainly not even going to give it a chance.
No. No. No.
Should have known better.
No. Fuck no! And he stands up. And he goes up to the room, stomping on every step all the way up. Comes back down, throws a whole bunch of bags onto the ground, some clothes and things like that. Pack of bags, we're getting the fuck out of town.
And she'll proceed to do so.
God fucking damn it. Should have known better than to trust those goddamn motherfucking bloodsucker dumbass mages. Should have fucking known better. Alright,
Well, there was a chance that they could have helped.
Yeah, there's always a chance they never do. Just take what they need and then they fuck off. Alright. Okay. Think, Clyde.
Think, Clyde.
He's smart about it. He starts running through his head about all the different contacts, resources that he has, and there are 2 things that Clyde can think of right out the gate.
Okay.
For one, he can very easily get another car. He knows where the racetrack is. He can just steal a fucking race car. The second thing is he very much wanted to check out the research center again.
Okay.
Because there's got to be an answer there. There has to be.
Okay.
So his plan is 1, they're going to pack the bags. 2, he's going to take them to the research center, that where they originally had to face off with that whatever sort of icky mass.
Yeah.
And whether or not they find anything, they're going to leave. And they're going to take this elsewhere where someone will help them.
On the topic of help, and you're not incorrect about anything else, but as you are in a particularly thinky thought mood, Angel did say if you need anything, he's going to be right outside in the van. He delivered the letter, but he didn't leave. And Angel's been kind of moody as of late as well.
This pacing back and forth, Clyde is going to stop, dead in his tracks. His hands are just behind his head, and he's thinking about it. Rental. He takes out his phone. He's going to shut it off. Slap it on the table. He's going to go outside. And he leaves the door open. It's sort of like a gesture, like, Ivy, you can definitely follow if you want to.
she's following because she's just now confused. Like, the fuck is on your mind?
Besides leaving he's letting all the heat out. Anyway.
I thought we needed.
And he's striding straight towards the van. And goes up to it. Taps on the window.
Angel's looking at you. Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think there is. Yeah. Do you, I don't even know what to ask as a player. Hi, ST, could you give me some hints?
Did you know what the letter said? You said you could help. Do you know something? What's on your mind? What's, cut the shit. You've been acting really weird. What's going on?
That's probably mostly what Clyde is thinking. What's going on? How much do you know?
Why don't you hop in, right shotgun. Ivy, if you want, you can climb in the back.
She'll climb in the back.
Clyde gets in.
The van begins driving. I don't know everything that's happening, but I can tell you that there's a lot of feathers being ruffled right now. What's going on is concerning a lot of people. And it's easier to know what's happening if it's predictable. Maybe I've just lived long enough to fall into that habit. But I've had to deliver similar letters before, and there's a lot of others who never even got a letter. They just got a visit from, you know who. Or the plural. However that would work. The who's. I imagine that the prince has given you a hard choice. And I'm sorry that I had to be the one to offer that as a prediction back at the Old Stone Church. But if it didn't work, especially with the Tremere, the regent and those otherwise who were present there, there's another option that you can take, but it is It's one that would be highly discouraged by the court.
What is it?
I can take you to see the king. From the things that I've been able to glean from the people I've spoken to and who've spoken to me, it seems as if there might be a physical remedy. After all, you were staked. You didn't seem to be having any problems in the van. And the way I see it as just a simple guy, you know, I run errands. I have for a long time. You need someone who can take a more physical approach. Not one who waves a wand or spills a little blood and hopes things go that way. And, if nothing else, I think if you were to get the king's favor, Clyde, as he looks over to you at the shotgun, riding shotgun, I think you still have an urn that might belong to him. You never turned that in, did you?
No,
I know. Things get busy. And in fact, that it wasn't asked for shows that others above me, in much higher pay grades, were also kept busy. How much time did the letter give you?
3 days.
3 days.
This king. Who is he?
He's on the outskirts of Cleveland, at the Lakeview Cemetery. An outcast of sorts. Kind of in the old tales, the hermit living in the cave outside of the city kind of a thing. Keeps to himself mostly. Doesn't engage in politics. He's just that. He's the king. He's the king of the hill that the cemetery is on. I don't mind taking you to him. I won't ask for a favor. And I highly suggest that you don't let others know that this is what you've done. But you should also know that if he can help you, he's going to ask for a favor in return. Because that's how these things work.
That is our society, after all.
If you want to take a chance and hear what the king has to say, if he'll even say anything to you at all, I'll take you there. I'm promising nothing on his behalf, but it's a chance other than waiting for 3 nights to pass, or you aren't thinking about running away, are you?
No. Definitely not. He was dead. I was gonna break a conviction. Ivy.
We've found an unconventional means of keeping it at bay. So we were hoping to present that to the court while another answer was found, but if this could give us a better chance.
It's better than nothing, and best I can figure, from my own limited knowledge of such things, it's an approach that no one's ever tried yet. Well, I don't know what you've done, but if it hasn't worked, then it's something.
3 occult rituals by now, but if this doesn't work and this is the end, then I'll have to turn myself in.
I'd be sad, but it'd be an honor if I got to drive you to the mines. But hopefully we don't have to. You have time. I'll tell you what. This conversation never happened. It's off the books. free advice from a schlub who just happens to transport stuff around the city. Why don't you talk to some others? Don't see the king alone. You let me know. I'll arrange to pick you up, and I'll take you there. There's a lot of things that could be done, but must never be said. That's just how these things work. Especially when it comes to... He makes some vague, like, gesture up in the air, like, you know, the uppers, the whatever, right?
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to that. I don't know if you could get into any more trouble than being an existential threat, such that you need to be exterminated, or whatever the letter said. And by the way, Clyde, you're sure that this letter was not opened, like it was sealed. He's guessing, but also he's probably had to deliver stuff like this before.
There was also another implication that Clyde kind of marginally caught on, is the idea that Ivy might not be the only person affected by this thing. Ivy is just one of a few, and she had been given the grace and mercy of getting a letter, a notification, rather than just being...
You especially, because you're trying to become a hound, and you know, and even above that there's scourges and stuff. If the sheriff or the prince wanted someone gone, they would be gone. There would be no letter. There wouldn't be 3 nights, no loved ones present, no choose your own adventure. And it would be the last thing you see are the glowing eyes in the dark, and then the claws flash, and that's it. Because that's how the scourges operate. This is, and again, not that you're a political type of guy or that you're understanding the upper echelons, but by now you have just seen there's a lot of extra steps being taken when you for sure know about efficiency. You work on cars. You want that. Things could have been done much more efficiently, even if it would have been terrible for you, or especially Ivy, but they haven't. Angel's dancing around a little bit of stuff. There's things you could do but not say. There's implying implications to things. So I'll let you think on that as a player and or character. But Angel's saying, well, don't see the king alone. I suggest you get a couple other people and I'll take you. It is an option. Now, me, ST2 player, you do not have to take this option if you don't want to. You're not going to break my heart. If you're like, I don't know, going to see a loner that the court frowns upon might not be what I want to do. Because if you want to go and explore the Sandusky space station, or the space station, the place, where you were dumped and you started that investigation, you can do that. I will not stop you. You have 3 nights. But this is... you do have this urn. It hadn't been returned, nor had it been asked for. And it seems as if this might be a key to go meet some reclusive king who lives in a cemetery. Whatever.
Okay. I think where Clyde is at the moment is and he would be discussing this with Ivy. He would definitely want to take Rose, just because Rose has also been there for some of this more absurd shit. And he doesn't know he doesn't know Tyrone too well, but this whole knight thing is like he's like, all right, if you really are a knight, act like one. I need some guy who's gonna be my muscle for this shit.
I've been acting a knight this whole time. How dare you?
Yeah, I mean, Clyde, you're the rogue, Ivy's the wizard, Rose is like a ranger, and you need like a barbarian or a meat shield of some kind.
Yeah,
I thought Rose was more of a druid, to be honest, talking to animals and all that.
Oh well.
There.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to throw some lines like, your druidic prowess impresses me.
But yeah, he is going to take the current team and just basically say like, you shut the fuck up, don't talk about this ever. And is he's gonna collect the urn. He is actually gonna tell Angel, yeah, I'll take the opportunity. I still want to check out that building, the science building. What is left of it, at least, because I feel like he just feels like there's going to be something there that might not be nothing. You can hand wave that at your discretion, ST, yep. But
it's a very good instinct. It's something that you would want
return to the scene of the crime.
Yeah. All right.
But other than that, he's definitely taking on the task of going to see this king, and he's not going alone.
All right. Then I believe what we'll do, this is the plan, and I have a little bit of I have some things I need to get back to you all, because each of you were inquiring, or at least keeping eyes and ears open. So just as there was some homework between last session and this one, there's a little bit of homework, some clues to put out, what has happened in the in the 8 nights that have passed. Now, nothing you're going to find out is going to revoke the letter that is sent on that night. That's a fixed point in time that is going to happen regardless. And then what I will do is for Rose and Tyrone, I will send them privately some things that they may have discovered, so that when Clivey calls either of them or both of them, you can organically compare ideas and come up with something that will work, or weave in other information in a more organic fashion. And then what we'll do is make that plan going forward, because your hard cutoff is you either present yourself in 3 nights and that's it, or you can run away, in which case we go into a blood hunt, and that's interesting. Or you have 2.5 nights or whatever to do something about the situation, to try and redeem it, or to try and correct it, or prove. If you have to show up and, to this very he's an asshole, but Sheriff Kozad also is extremely fair. You don't have to like him, Clyde, but that is his reputation. So maybe you can make some sort of appeal, or especially if you have other evidence. This could mean you might be able to talk to a contact, or through Angel, who's not really a contact for any of you all. He contacts you. But this could open up a way that maybe this is your first foray to try to make an appeal to an authority figure, to try to have some influence in court, or with a primogen, or someone. Because she may not be your primogen, but the primogen of the Nos is Madame Dulac. So there's someone who might know something or do something. So with the ST going wink, wink, nudge, nudge, do you see the theme being presented here for apparently your experience point dump after the 3rd session? But we'll go from there. Now, what I'm going to do, everyone, since it is midnight, let's give the players a break and the ST a break. We had an awesome session. Oh my gosh, the feels. I didn't expect this many. And so you all got me in return. Here I'm setting you all up. I'm like, here's some spectacle. Here's this. And you all ended up making me feel feelings. How dare you?
I didn't do anything.
So the official score then is Raven 4, Spectre 0, Maddie 0.
Speaking of feeling feelings, though, let's continue that, and also some vampire stuff. I'm going to go take us into a raid to Macabre Derek. There's a nasty rumor going around that a particular angel visited him and left some goodies on his doorstep. And he is going to be having an unboxing of a lot of goodies. And that might make him feel feelings. I don't know. There's only one way to find out. So if you want to see a grown man reduced to a quivering, blubbering pile of goo, maybe this is your night. I don't know what you're into. Or he'll just laugh it off, or he'll blush, or I don't know what he'll do. He'll say, yeah, fuck you guys. I hate you. I love you. And we'll go from there. So let's go raid Macabre Derek. And for my players, again, we have a little bit of homework. Don't worry, we'll get to it. And your plans and ideas, we'll weave that in as best as we can with the format we're playing through currently. And we'll talk about some things for possible future games. But for now, I'm going to take you up to Canada, just across the lake, from Cleveland anyway. And let's go see what Macabre Derek has, what he's up to, what he's drawing. And we're going to be back here, not this coming Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, for the grand finale of Tabula Rasa, our third VTM short-form chronicle. So, let me make sure I have his channel open. That way we can spam emotes, and we can say, what's in the box? Or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
Yeah.
And for my players, we can hang out in voice if you want to have commentary while he's doing this. But all right, take care, everyone. I'll see you in Derek's channel. Bye.